Right now, at this very millisecond, every single one of the 37 trillion cells in your body is holding itself together using a chemical we have spent the last 50 years trying to eradicate. Without a constant, precise supply of cholesterol, your cell membranes would lose their structural integrity instantly, dissolving like warm butter on a hot skillet. You would quite literally melt from the inside out. We have been conditioned to see this vital molecule as a biological villain, a silent assassin clogging our arteries, yet your liver works tirelessly around the clock to produce over 80% of the cholesterol circulating in your bloodstream. Why would an organism that has evolved over millions of years spend so much metabolic energy manufacturing its own self-destruction? To understand what is actually happening inside your blood vessels and cells, we have to look past the scary headlines and peer directly at the elegant architectural design of life itself. What we call cholesterol is not actually a fat at all, but a unique, waxy alcohol known as a sterol. Your cells live in a watery environment, but their outer walls are made of lipids. Imagine the outer layer of your cell as a crowded outdoor dance floor, packed with billions of phospholipid molecules standing shoulder to shoulder. When the temperature rises, these molecules start to drift apart, threatening to let the cell's internal machinery spill out. When the temperature drops, they pack together so tightly that they freeze, preventing vital nutrients from entering and cellular waste from escaping. This is where cholesterol steps in as the master molecular regulator. It acts as the ultimate structural mediator, wedging itself between those phospholipid dancers. When things get too hot and fluid, cholesterol pulls them closer together. When things get too cold and rigid, it keeps them from packing so tightly that they solidify. It is a biological buffer of exquisite precision. In 2020, Dr. Amitabh Chattopadhyay published a groundbreaking study demonstrating that cholesterol is not just a passive filler in these membranes. It acts as a crucial physical scaffold for the serotonin receptors in your brain. Without it, your brain's chemical messengers of joy and calm simply cannot plug into their targets. Your brain is made of it. Think about that for a second. Your brain accounts for only 2% of your total body weight, yet it contains more than 25% of your body's total cholesterol. It is the literal insulation of your neural wiring, the myelin sheath that allows electrical signals to travel at speeds of up to 270 miles per hour. Without this protective waxy substance, your thoughts, memories, and sensations would scatter into chaotic static. But if cholesterol is so fundamental to our survival, why does it end up plastering the walls of our blood vessels? This is where our modern understanding of cardiovascular science undergoes a massive, paradigm-shifting transformation. To see this clearly, we must first clear up a massive scientific misunderstanding about what is actually traveling through your bloodstream. You see, cholesterol is hydrophobic, meaning it cannot dissolve in water or blood. To travel from your liver to your cells, it must be carried inside tiny, specialized molecular transport vessels called lipoproteins. These lipoproteins are the boats, and cholesterol is just one of the passengers, along with triglycerides and fat-soluble vitamins. Low-density lipoprotein, or LDL, is the boat that carries nutrients from your liver out to your tissues. High-density lipoprotein, or HDL, is the boat that brings unused nutrients back to the liver for recycling. LDL is not cholesterol, and HDL is not cholesterol. They are simply the transit system. Now, imagine a massive highway where the asphalt is starting to crack and degrade under the stress of heavy, toxic traffic. To prevent a catastrophic collapse, the city sends out road repair crews with buckets of thick, sticky tar to patch over the fissures. Blaming LDL particles for cardiovascular disease is exactly like looking at a highway repair site, seeing the workers with their buckets of tar, and concluding that the repair crews are the ones causing the potholes. The true culprit is not the LDL passenger, it is the silent underlying fire of systemic inflammation. When your blood vessels are exposed to chronic stressors like refined industrial sugars, high fructose corn syrup, trans fats, environmental heavy metals, and persistent stress hormones, the delicate inner lining of your arteries, called the endothelium, suffers microscopic wounds. These wounds expose the tissue underneath, creating a rough, raw surface. When these wounds occur, your immune system sounds an immediate alarm. Your liver, acting as the ultimate chemical factory, receives this distress signal and immediately ramps up its production of LDL boats to deliver cholesterol to the site of the injury. Why? Because cholesterol is the raw material needed to repair cell membranes and build new tissue. It is cellular spackle. In a landmark 2017 study, Dr. Paul Ridker analyzed over 10,000 patients and proved that reducing systemic inflammation, even without lowering cholesterol levels, dramatically decreased the incidence of cardiovascular events. The research revealed that the fire in the vessel walls is what causes the disaster, not the presence of the repair materials. What if your liver is actually trying to save your life? High cholesterol isn't a disease, it is a symptom of an active biological rescue mission. The LDL particles are not traveling through your bloodstream to cause harm. They are carrying vital building blocks, including fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, and K, along with the lipid plaster needed to repair the damaged, inflamed walls of your circulatory system. The real danger arises only when those LDL boats are damaged by oxidation while they are waiting to deliver their cargo. When you consume highly processed foods, excess sugars, and chemical pollutants, these molecules generate highly reactive free radicals. These free radicals attack the LDL particles, oxidizing them. Once oxidized, the LDL boat becomes damaged, warped, and sticky. It gets trapped in the microscopic tears of your arterial walls. Your immune cells, called macrophages, mistake these damaged boats for foreign invaders, engulfing them until they become swollen foam cells, forming the basis of arterial plaque. Blaming the LDL particle for the arterial blockages is like blaming the bandage for the cut underneath it. Now that you understand this elegant protective mechanism, you can stop fighting your own biology and start supporting it. If you want to naturally optimize how your body manages this lipid transport system, you have to focus on clearing the inflammation and optimizing your cellular receptors, rather than just forcing the liver to shut down its natural production lines. First, we must stop introducing the molecular glass that damages our arterial walls in the first place. This means eliminating highly unstable, oxidized industrial seed oils, such as canola, corn, and soybean oils. When these oils are extracted using high heat and chemical solvents, they are already rancid before they even reach the grocery store shelf. When you consume them, they incorporate themselves into your cell membranes and LDL particles. Because they are highly prone to oxidation, they turn rancid inside your body, acting like tiny, jagged biological shrapnel that tears up your endothelium. By replacing them with stable, traditional fats like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, and grass-fed butter, you provide your body with the high-quality, stable building blocks it needs to repair tissue without triggering an inflammatory crisis. Second, we must look at the thyroid gland, the master regulator of your cellular metabolism. Every cell in your body has specific receptor sites designed to grab LDL cholesterol out of the bloodstream and bring it inside the cell to do its vital work, including the synthesis of hormones like progesterone, testosterone, and your stress-adapting hormone, cortisol. However, these LDL receptors are heavily dependent on active thyroid hormone to function. If your thyroid function is sluggish or compromised by chronic stress, nutrient deficiencies, or environmental toxins, your cells cannot read the signals to pull cholesterol out of circulation. The cholesterol then pools in your bloodstream, not because your body is making too much, but because the cellular doors are locked. Ensuring you have adequate selenium, iodine, and zinc supports thyroid conversion, effectively unlocking those cellular doors so the cholesterol can be cleared and utilized. Third, you can actively stimulate your body's natural cholesterol elimination pathway by supporting healthy bile flow. Bile is your body's primary method of getting rid of excess cholesterol. Your liver synthesizes bile acids directly from cholesterol, stores them in the gallbladder, and releases them into the small intestine to digest fats. If you eat a diet rich in soluble fibers, like those found in artichokes, Brussels sprouts, beans, and avocados, these fibers bind tightly to the bile acids in your digestive tract, carrying them out of your system. This forces your liver to draw down the circulating cholesterol from your bloodstream to manufacture a fresh batch of bile. It is a biological conveyor belt that naturally purges old, oxidized lipids without any pharmacological intervention. Take a deep breath and let this realization settle into your mind. Your body is not a broken machine waiting to fail. It has never been your enemy, and it does not make mistakes. Every rise in cholesterol, every shift in your lipid profile is a highly coordinated, incredibly intelligent adaptation to the internal environment you have created. When you look at a lab report and see elevated markers, you are not looking at a design flaw. You are looking at a beautifully written letter from your cells, showing you exactly where the fire is and asking for your help to put it out. Now that you have decoded this hidden language of your cardiovascular system, you can move forward with confidence, nurturing the delicate pathways that keep you vibrant and whole. Our exploration into the astonishing mechanics of your internal world has only just begun. There is another, even more mysterious process taking place inside you right now, one that quietly dictates how you generate energy, age, and perceive the world around you, waiting to be brought to light.